important sleep is and how we feel when we don't get enough of it. As new parents, my husband and I know about it all too well. Our 5-month-old son, Dante, doesn't quite sleep through the night yet, so we found some help. Crying and not sleeping. It comes with the territory of being new parents. But when that crying and not sleeping happens 3, 4, 5 times a night and your baby is not a newborn, it's time to call in a professional. You ready?
Yes, thank God.
Hello there! Hello! Welcome! Thank you so much for coming.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
the
too.
baby sleep whisperer has arrived.
Thank you, God.
The answer to our prayers.
Can you help us, you think?
I'm gonna try. All right, let's get going.
Enter Ingrid Prueher, aka the Baby Sleep Whisperer. Ingrid, who previously worked in finance, has helped more than 1,000 families get a restful night's sleep.
With my second child, I became sleep deprived and really fully understood what it was to try to think of going to work and having no sleep whatsoever. And that's when just the light bulb went off and I said, you know, well, this is a need.
It certainly is a need in the Dufour home. Where do we start? I think Brandon is dreaming of a full night's sleep. It hasn't happened really since Dante's been born. The first wake up comes around 10:30, 11 o'clock. Then
Teresa, before she goes to work around 3 a.m., gets him again. He's up, so she gets him, feeds him again another 6 ounces, and then he wakes up for the day, usually around 6. And I've got him from 6 a.m. Until I go to work around 8:30.
So needless to say, no one's been sleeping in this house.
Yes.
Ingrid says our little man has us trained. Since birth, we've catered to any and all of his cries, rocking him back to sleep. But she says the secret is to look for cues, like red eyes, a flushed face, a warmer temperature. That is your window of opportunity to get your baby to calmly doze off to sleep.
We also have to try to understand him. Is he going to get more upset when you go in? So we test it. When he wakes up at the 9:30, you're going to listen out for his cries before you go in. If it's not a hysterical cry, I really recommend not going in because all he's doing is coming out from a sleep transition and he's just annoyed he got woken up. So he wants to empower him because he can do this. It's like the day you're going to have to let him go from the bike. I know. It's like, or college, or the first day you take him to preschool. So, but he will react to your energy, right? So it's one of those things that if you go drop him off, and you're like, and you're bawling, he's like, where are you leaving me? Like, why are you doing this to me?
As a guideline, Ingrid recommends 3 naps throughout the day, each a minimum of 1 hour, with no more than 2 hours of wakefulness in between. 3 hours from the time your baby wakes up from his last nap should be bedtime, ideally around 7 o'clock.
Sweet dreams, little pumpkin.
Okay, buddy, here we go.
I have a hard time putting him down. I'm still bouncing with him.
Put him down. Okay. He can handle it. Okay. He can handle it.
Babies expect to wake up the same way they fall asleep. That's why putting them in their crib is crucial. And eventually, they do fall asleep.
So that was difficult for me to let him cry and leave him there. But it was ultimately the right thing because he didn't necessarily need me rocking him.
Exactly. And how do we know that?
Because he's sleeping now.
Yes.
Right?
But because we were also in there rocking him.
Which didn't work.
And then we were also caressing his head and you know, putting our hands on his heart and letting him know that we were there. Was that getting him to sleep?
No, he wasn't having anything.
He wanted nothing. He was actually pushing away. Did you notice how he turned away from you?
Yes. Does that mean I was annoying him?
Yes.
It's unlike you.
Yeah.
A key factor to sleeping through the night, says the Baby Sleep Whisperer, is your baby's feeding schedule.
What we start noticing is that if we give him too much solids together, he doesn't have enough of the milk. He starts having a lot more of the solids. Like some kids really enjoy solids, so they'll eat more of that.
Yeah.
So they'll start making up for the milk at night.
That's exactly what's happening.
Feed him less.
I know, but he loves the sweet potatoes.
Yeah, it's not about feeding him less, it's about making sure that we're giving them about an hour apart from each other.
Monitor their food intake and know that by the time they weigh 16 pounds, sleeping through the night could be a reality. But it takes some practice.
They're born with this ability to be able to go to sleep on their own. Confidence and consistency is everything with this.
Ingrid, the baby sleep whisperer, recommends starting to wind down for nap time 15 minutes prior. Room darkening shades, a sound machine, and a clean diaper always helps. Now, to learn more about the baby sleep whisperer, log on to her website, babysleepwhisperer.com.
Funny little cutie pies getting